Hey guys, it's Ep37 and welcome back to episode 37 of Leeds United Career Mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be playing a couple more games, also getting through the January transfer window as well as much as we can in today's episode. Both of the games are going to be cup matches, the first of which is the second leg of the Southampton game. That one is in the semi-finals of the EFL Cup to try and get in the final. Then we've got a game against Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup after that. So two cup games. Don't know why they're back-to-back like that, but that's just the way it is for some reason. And we've also got a little bit of the January transfer window to get through as well. Probably just going to be selling players, can't see us signing anybody like I said last episode. Also, a quick note as well, these videos now are going to be going up at 4 PM during the week. Now everyone's back at school and that sort of thing. Hopefully I can get them out on time, not always. It will be the case that some days I won't be able to get videos out. It won't be daily uploads, sadly, but I'll try and do them as frequently as possible, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'll keep you updated on Twitter. But before we get into today's episode, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. This is the side we're going to go with, something a little bit different for the Southampton game. We're going to also play on Legendary now as well. Another thing I forgot to mention, we are going to start to play on Legendary and hopefully just give that a go for another few games. This is the side we're going to go with, though. We've got Silvestri in goal, Coyle, Denea, Cooper, Angelino in defence. And we've got Bridcut and Smith and Vieira as my midfielders. And then as my front three, we've got Roof, Berahino and Barrow playing as my front three. So we're going to give this a go, change the tactics a little bit, quite a high press kind of thing going on there. And we have gone with a 4-4-3, as you can see there as well. I'm just going to give that a go. I've been trying something similar on my Man City career mode, which I do off camera, and it has really worked very well on Legendary, so we're going to give it a go, see what it's like with this Leeds side. We might not necessarily adapt to it, we'll have to wait and see, but that's the side I'm going to go with. So yeah, let's see how we get on. We've got some play development to do before the Southampton game though. I think we will just go with the exact same drills this week. Also, a quick thing to mention is Leeds won again in real life. Fantastic news, a 3-0 win, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a really good result against Rotherham. Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments section below. I'll read and reply as usual. Got Vieira going up to 74 overall in this week's drills, which is very good news. That means he's looking even more likely to start to get into the first team a little bit more. But now, let's get on with the game. Let's try and beat Southampton. We're already 1-0 up from the first leg. Let's find out, can we get to the final of the EFL Cup? Here we go. Tough game against Southampton here, especially on Legendary. Couldn't quite adapt to it before with Leeds, so we'll see whether we can improve. But obviously, you know, we've got to make sure that we're playing properly in this formation. Need to make sure we don't get any injuries as well. If you watch my Dortmund career mode, you'll have noticed I suddenly got loads of injuries last episode. Hopefully that doesn't happen for us on the Leeds career mode. Yeah, just need a solid performance with a slightly changed team. Obviously both our fullbacks change because the game against Sheffield Wednesday is pretty soon. And also we had a game quite recently as well. Oh, good chance for Southampton here. And it's 1-0. Fantastic bit of build-up play from them. Not very good from us. They just outpassed us really in the box here. It's not particularly good defending. But yeah, just that little bit of extra quality. And they've got through us in defence. We do obviously have a lot of changes in there. But still, I think Cooper and Denaya should be good enough. But sadly, couldn't stop that attack. And it's Bertrand that's come up from left-back as well. 1-0. Oh, Coyle gets brought down. It's a really poor challenge from Bertrand. Should be a card as well. Does he give one? About time. Yes, he has given one to Bertrand. And we've got Barrow to try and deliver it. Not many decent options in there. Where are our centre-backs gone? It frustrates me when they don't bring centre-backs up for set pieces on this game. And that has meant that we've really got no one with any threat in there. It's another poor challenge from Romelu this time. Is it going to be any more than just a yellow? It should be. It's a red. It's a red card. Wow, was not expecting that. Romeu has just been sent off there. I was expecting yellow, to be honest. It was a tough challenge. I saw it coming a mile off, to be honest, on Vieira. Not convinced it was a red, though. But, yeah, we'll take it. They're down to 10 men. Certainly going to benefit us now. Is that Mike Dean in charge by any chance? Just realised we're coming up against Pablo Hernandez. He's starting for Southampton in this game. He's the player that, obviously, we sold in, I think it might have been our first season. Didn't want to sell him. I'm pretty sure he wanted to leave. That's why we got rid of him. He said that he was homesick and then stayed in England. Don't know what the logic is behind that, but sadly, yeah, he's coming up against us in this game. That's it for the first half. Still losing the game 1-0. We're certainly coming into the game a little bit more now. The sending off obviously happened for Southampton. That's helping us but still not good enough. It's expected though. At the end of the day, I think we are definitely pushing above our weight at the moment in the league. Obviously, we're top of the league. We're certainly overplaying where we probably should be, especially if you look at the quality in the side in this game in particular. It's clear Southampton have the better team, so for them to be winning 1-0 on paper, it's probably fair, to be honest. But we certainly need to look to get back in this game so we can get into the final, especially with them being down to 10 men. You'd hope we should be able to beat them. Roof onto Vieira. Good chance. Vieira looks to hold it up. And play him. Roof maybe here. He's going to go for the shot. It's in. Roof has got the goal. He's put us 2-1 up on aggregate. That's a much better bit of build-up play from us. Alright, it wasn't incredible. It wasn't completely flawless, but it's a definite goal there for us. Very, very happy with that one. 52 minutes in, so just a few minutes into the second half. And we've managed to get ourselves a goal. Vieira doing really well to hold it up. Bit of link-up play here between him and Roof. Off the post and in. And we're winning the game 2-1 now on aggregate. Fantastic news. At this point, we'll be going into the final, but there's obviously plenty of time still to play. Okay, we'll make our first 2 changes. Now we're going to bring on Chris Wood and Wright. That means we'll be taking off Vieira and Berahino. Vieira's obviously got a booking. Berahino, just want to rest him. Maybe he gets on the bench for the Sheffield Wednesday game, if not starting, ideally. But yeah, we've got about 25 minutes left now, so hopefully that's going to be enough to see us through the rest of the game. But we will have to do some defending inevitably at some point, I would have thought. Okay, let's play it short. We've got Chris Wood now on the pitch here, along with Wright, into the back post. Jason Denayer onto Roof. That's 3-1 on aggregate now. Roof with his second goal of the game. He pops up at the right time. There's 20 minutes left. We're 2-1 up. Let's not forget we're on Legendary as well, albeit against 10 men, but that's certainly a very good goal from us. We've managed to head it back across there with Jason Denayer. Very happy with that. Kept it in the air nicely for us. The keeper's in no man's land, and it's 3-1 on aggregate. We should now be into the final, really, against 10 men. Oh no, Coyle, what have you done? Got overloaded on the left-hand side. Great transfer, Bertrand to get his second of the game. We're also going to make our final change now, I think. We'll take off Roof. He's been incredible for us during today's match, getting both the goals. And we're going to put McNeil, I think, on the right-hand side, Barrow on the left. Get some crosses into Wood. That's going to be the aim for the last 15 minutes. Oh, hit them on the break here with Barrow. Looking for Chris Wood. Does he have enough pace and energy to get past the defenders? Still going. Looks for Barrow. Rubbish finish. On his wrong foot as well. Oh, Woods nicked it back off Font. Doesn't really have enough pace to go past him, though. In fact, he does. He's used a bit of acceleration to get past him, but he's not. Well, he has kept hold of it. Such confusion in the box, and eventually I think they're going to clear that one. Nearly fell for one of our midfielders in the box there. That's it though, we've won the game 2-1 on this match, 3-1 overall. Helped that they went down to 10 men, that certainly did help us in the end. Certainly the turning point of the match. I didn't really see us getting through, to be honest, at that point where they were 1-0 up. It was 11 versus 11, and they were certainly playing better than us. So very happy that that happened. That means we actually come up against Man United now in the final. What a big final that's going to be for us. That will probably be next episode, I would have thought. It depends when that's going to be. But yeah, certainly a very big final for us to play against our rivals. Manager rating now up to 90. Wow, that is pretty incredible. I don't think I've seen it that high before. We've also got Marcus Edwards as well. He's sold now to Preston. In the previous episode, we accepted an offer of 1.2 million. And Preston, he goes to now. Yeah, we got 800 grand back for him. I think it's okay. Obviously, I wanted to try and develop him. Didn't quite turn out right. That's one of the signings that I'm not so proud of, to be honest. It didn't really go too well with him. We tried, didn't work, we moved him on. So, yeah, we'll move on from that. And I've got a game against Sheffield Wednesday, a huge match. We can't get too carried away with the last win because obviously it was against 10 men. We've also got some more transfer offers to take a look at now as well. Silvestri, who wants to leave. Bidding for him from Atalanta. Do I let him leave or do I make him stay? It's a difficult question. Antonsen, a player that we've also got listed as well, is a player that Charlton are wanting. 1.5 million was their bid. 2 players that I don't really want to leave, but both of them do want to leave, and it's difficult to try and keep hold of them, to be honest. I need to sell players, but Silvestri's not one that I'm really too keen to sell. So what I might do is say you can have him for 2 million. And if they don't decide to match it, we won't lower our asking price, I don't think. Do you know what? I think we might do the same with Antonsen as well. 2 million, you can have him. It would be a shame to get rid of him, but we need to get rid of some players because we've got too many at the moment, and we've got a lot of strikers in particular. I'll take a look at the squad and see whether we can afford to get rid of any other players in similar sort of positions. I've also transfer listed Chris Wood as well. I'm not really too sure on this one. I think I did it off camera. I think it's difficult to know what to do about him. I might just remove him. He's okay off the bench. It's a shame to get rid of him. He's obviously scored a lot of goals for Leeds in real life this year, so it is a huge shame to be looking to get rid of him. But when he's not that great in game, I can never really afford to start him, to be honest, because he doesn't play that well. So it's difficult to keep hold of a player like that, but I think I might keep him for the bench. Charlton have come back and said 1.5 million for Antonsen, and they've actually matched it at Atalanta, 2 million for Silvestri. It seems like he's on the way out. We need to start looking, obviously, for a replacement, but with Antonsen, we won't be going any lower than the 2 million we've asked for. Okay, so there's a couple of keepers we're going to take a look at as a backup to Bailey Peacock-Farrell. Jordan Pickford's going to be one of them. He's obviously a young English goalkeeper. We are going to inquire about him, and we'll find out after this next game. There's also Alex McCarthy, I think it is, the goalkeeper we've just come up against, actually, for Southampton. We're going to inquire about him. He's got quite a large wage of 45 grand a week. Don't really want to be paying that sort of amount. Don't know what Pickford's wage is. 23, so much more affordable, quite clearly. So Jordan Pickford seems like our #1 target. It might well be that Alex McCarthy isn't really achievable with that sort of wage, because Silvestri's wage isn't that much. It's probably around 20 grand, I think. So we can't really afford to go overboard, really, on the wage budget. I just realised another fixture has been scheduled. It's been changed so it's on transfer deadline day. Very annoying when that happens. We've got a scout report back on Alex Pritchard. This was a player, I don't know whether I looked at him in a video or whether it was outside of a video, I'm not really too sure. But as a centre attacking mid, he looks really, really good. He's English as well, which obviously really helps. But he's a player I'm looking at for the summer, quite obviously, when we start to transform our team as we usually do. Very good free kick accuracy. I never felt like we replaced Pablo Hernandez when he left in that centre attacking mid position, which is obviously a big position, really, quite a creative position. This might be the guy to do it, I think. So we're going to take a look at him in the summer. Obviously, we can't afford him right now. But yeah, he's certainly a player that I'm targeting at the end of the season, and we'll see what sort of overall he's like and also what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, we might well take a look at him. Player sold, that's going to be Silvestri sold. And McCarthy inquiry, 8.5. Go away. Not 8.5. That is ridiculous. So this is the team that's going to come up against Sheffield Wednesday in the Cup. We've got Bailey Peacock-Farrell starting goal, obviously, between him or Paul Robinson. Kind of an obvious choice. Anderson's actually going to play at right back because we've got Arsenal in a few days' time on transfer deadline day next episode. So it's going to be Anderson at right back. We've got Lascelles and Arvidsson as my 2 centre backs. Berardi's my left back. Bergstrom in CDM. Yeah, a little bit different. We've obviously got a lot of players that can't play. Actually, no. We're changing this. Calvin Phillips is coming in. O'Kane will play CDM. Forgot about Calvin Phillips. A right's going to play as a centre mid for us. We've got Aarons as a left mid. Armstrong, Snodgrass as the other 2 players to the front 3. This is the bench I've gone with. Bergstrom will be on the bench. We've got Sacco, Dakara and Chris Wood as my other attacking players. And yeah, we've got a lot of big players missing out because the Arsenal game is obviously our main priority. In this cup competition, it's obviously good to try and get through the cup competition if we can to a later stage. I actually think one of our targets is related to this cup competition. I think it might be the round of 32, but I could be wrong on that one. So yeah, we do need to get through a couple more rounds ideally. But yeah, we'll wait and see how we get on against Sheffield Wednesday now. Here we go, the final game of today's episode. It's going to be the FA Cup 4th round against Sheffield Wednesday. Arguably more difficult than the last match because of the sort of team we've got out. The defence is very much a makeshift defence, along with the midfield, to be honest. We are telling them to play this new sort of style I'm bringing to the team. Hopefully it's going to work for these sort of players. Not a great start there, though. But yeah, not the most technically gifted players compared to the last game. So hopefully it does still work out because I am asking quite a lot of these players to really play in this sort of style. He's unlocked the defence here. He's still going. It's wide. Better striker, a Premier League striker, would have certainly have done much better on that one. Probably got it on target at least. Being less off the hook 10 minutes in there. Aarons into Calvin Phillips. Looking to turn out here. Phillips still has it. Oh, got a strike away as well. Don't know how he kept hold of that one, but he did. Snodgrass is going to deliver this one hopefully around the penalty spot. It's a good ball in. Just lacking someone in there to win that header. Right. Oh, thought it got in. Wow, what a strike that was from Wright on his left foot. I think he might actually be left-footed though, to be honest, but that's a hell of a strike nevertheless. And it's so close, I thought it was going in. I really did think that was in the back of the net. Oh no, good chance for Sheffield Wednesday. 1-0, probably undeserved to be honest. I think we have had the better chances. They've had 1 or 2 themselves, but for us to go 1-0 down, I think that's a little bit unfair. Not too much before half-time, actually. I think about 10 minutes before half-time here. And yeah, we're losing the game 1-0. That's what happens when you're on Legendary. They create chances. I can't complain that much because they have created chances, unlike some games where they just score with the first shot. So, you know, it's probably okay, to be honest, the result, but certainly need to try and get back in this match at the moment. That's it for the first half, still losing the game 1-0. Again, 1-0 down at half-time. That was, I think, pretty sure the case in the last game against Southampton. We don't quite have enough quality again in this game because obviously it's another changed team where there's not been in the league. But we are giving it's a lot of fight at the moment. I think we've got a goal in us here, to be honest. I do see us scoring a goal. It's just when will that goal come? Will it give us enough chance to try and find another from somewhere? Armstrong trying to find Snodgrass. Isn't blessed with loads of pace, but he's got there anyway. Snodgrass looking to come inside, as he always does. Looks like they've seen that one coming. They're really trying to prevent that shot. He's going to try and get it anyway, and it's wide. Pulls it back a little bit too much in the end. First two changes now. Smith and Dakar are both going to come on at right, and Aaron's going to come off. Wright's getting a bit tired now. He's coming off. He has had good moments in the game, so it's maybe a little bit unfair on him. But Aaron's hasn't really got into the match as much as I'd hoped. Hopefully Dakar can do that. He's got plenty of time to do it, about 35 minutes, and we'll see whether he can create us a chance at some point in this game. Okay, and into Armstrong. Can he hold this one up to try and play through Smith? He has done. Smith, oh, gets saved and cleared. What a chance. Well held up by Armstrong. Couldn't capitalise on the chance. Maybe should be level here, I think. Still think we've got another chance in us. It might be that the game needs to go into extra time. Final roll of the dice. It's going to be Chris Wood to come on. We're going to take off Snodgrass. He's getting quite tired. Armstrong's going to go on the right-hand side and see how he gets on there. But Chris Wood going to come on. Give us hopefully a bit of strength, which we have been lacking a little bit at the moment. So it should really, in theory, work, but we'll wait and see how we cope with that. And hopefully Calvin Phillips can create us something here. Still going. Oh, I tried to get a left foot to it. Got blocked in the end. And so close again to another chance. 15 minutes to go. Oh, that's a poor challenge. For me, that's worse than the one we saw in the last game. For me, that is a red card for reach, but it's not. It's been given as a yellow by the referee. Certainly worse. He stopped an attack, and it's just a very, very bad challenge. Don't know how he's not given more. It's a shame about that one, because that would have probably helped us in the final few minutes. Maybe a final attack here. It's going to be... No, that's it, I think. That's it. We've lost the game 1-0. I think we're out here against Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not too sure there's a second leg. I'm pretty sure that's it for the FA Cup, though. I don't think you play again. So we've gone out, they've had one shot on target and they've scored it. Tells you really what our luck was like. Second half we were much better, certainly playing the ball much better, but very unfortunate to have conceded like we did. But that happens on Legendary. We can't win every game. Our target in this cup competition I think was to get a little bit further, but our target in the league was to avoid relegation. We're top of the league, so I can't really complain too much about that. But I'm pretty sure that does mean we are out of that cup competition now, sadly. John Pickford inquiry, 8 million. Wow, David Moyes, what are you playing at? 8 million for Pickford. I was thinking more like 2, something like that, maybe 2.5. 8 I was not expecting. We're going to go with 2.5, see what they say to that. No idea what overall he is. He might be slightly better than Silvestri. In fact, he probably will be better. Luke Ayling not happy with his role at the club. He's not played in the last 2 games because I want to save him for the Arsenal match, so can't complain too much of that. I'm going to play him for the bigger game. But that is everything now for today's episode. The only last thing we have to do is do some more player drills, and other than that, that is it. We will do the Arsenal game in the next episode. Didn't quite expect to have that game in today's episode. As you can see, a couple of attributes there going up on Vieira in particular, and that will be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well down below. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will reply as usual. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.